Hello everybody and welcome on board this 1997 Sealine S37 for a look around her cockpit and her interior in detail to give you an idea of what her condition you think she may be in, what kind of layout she has, what's fitted, etc, etc. So let's start off. I'll just walk back very slightly towards the swim platform and you can see we've got a very nice, easy, wide companionway up here, so just 2 steps from the swim platform. Very nice decking as well, looks good, it's nice and bright, nice and contemporary looking, and I don't think it goes darker in when it's wet either. We do have a closing companionway here, so that should hopefully keep the kids and the dog in, etc, etc. When we're underway, etc, that just swings back out the way there. And as we enter through, you can see on the left hand side we've got a locker here, so this is where the gas locker is, which is great because it's out of the accommodation and close to the atmosphere around the back. A little seat here, or a little step over onto the side deck there if we've got the cockpit tent down whilst we're at sea, etc. Really good. On the left hand side here we've got a sort of a galley unit. We have a fridge inside here, so we open one door, open the other, got the usual kind of boat fridge in there, and then underneath here we have a sink and somewhere to wash your bits and pieces, those used G&T glasses, etc. Just looking up, we'll start with the radar arch. You can see we have stereo speakers fitted into that, as we have down below as well. We've got a big radar arch here. On top of there we've got the searchlight, we've got the horn, we've got the nav lights, the radar scanner, etc, etc. Some grab rails here, and I think we've got the standard Sealine storage above here as well, which I won't open on the video because I won't be able to do it one-handed. And just looking at the height of the cockpit tent, I'm 5'9", and there's well over 6 feet in here, so feeling really nice and roomy. And if you just look at the flooring or the decking or the sole and the upholstery throughout this whole boat, everything feels really contemporary, nice bright white, kind of neutral grey tones, neutral cream tones, white, etc. Feels like a lovely boat. Certainly not a 1997 one. As we're looking down now at the moment, you can see we've got the engine room hatch here, lovely and easy to open with one hand. There we go. We've got the 2 Volvos down there. Lovely, exceptionally clean plant room down there, so really well done to the owner. Bilges are nice and empty, nice and clean, and we've got both the Volvos sat there. Really good. Lovely little ladder to climb down there, and there's a bit of room to work between the engines as well, so fantastic. We've also got batteries and calorify in that compartment too. Very good indeed. So just get to a close. There we go. And on the starboard aft corner you can see we've got U-shaped seating for several people. We've got Sealine upholstery. It looks really lovely, actually. I do like it when we have the emblems, although I know it's in advertising, but looks great. We've got fittings there for a cockpit table, which is stowed down below, so that would seat plenty of people around it, and I think you'd have a great time eating and drinking up here. We have the bilge pump actuator underneath there. The bilge pump handle isn't there, it's just down below. I'll put that back in a moment. And just looking up, we can see the continuation of the radar arch there, no worries at all. Again, the upholstery all looks lovely, looks very nice and modern. Continued around on the port side here, you can see we've got a nice long bench seat, or this could be a berth if you like, or it could be just a lounger, recliner, etc, with a window there giving light down to the aft cabin below. Very nice and wide companionway here. Everywhere here there's lots of space, so we're not feeling clustered, we're not sort of ducking around cockpit tables everywhere, and feeling good. We've got 2 40-volt sockets all over this boat. If I can open this with one hand, let's try. There we go, 2 there. There's loads down below as well. And moving forwards, we find ourselves at the helm console. So what can I say? More nice upholstery, more plenty of room, more just feeling great up here. So let's see what we've got. Well, we'll start on the inboard side. As you can see, we've got DSC VHF radio here, nice Raymarine touchscreen chart plotter. We've got the ubiquitous, let's see what we've got here. We've got depth, we have got speed, and we have got the auto helm as well, so all the things you'd expect. We've got the electric panel up here, or a few electric switches. The main panel is down below. We've got the engine keys, we've got the wheel, we've got the trim, we've got the throttles here, and trim tabs and the bow thruster control there too, as well as an older Garmin GPS only unit. I think that is to be confirmed, and the compass out the way. It's there, it's available if you want it, but most people probably wouldn't be using it on this kind of boat. And then we actually have quite a nice nav area here, so we could fit a nice paper chart under there, so if all the electronics go down, if the batteries go, etc, you've got a backup, and I'd always recommend that. I'm sure anyone in the R&L I would. And moving forwards, we've got the engine control and instrumentation. So we have got fuel tank contents indicators, we've got battery levels, we've got fuel oil pressure, water temperature, speed, engine speed or tachos, we've got the engine warnings, and you can see we've got the barrel up, bow down trim indication there. That was me just knocking off the Raymarine chart plotter cover, so I'll just replace that, no problem at all, keep it protected. And so yeah, we do have a really nice very comprehensive area to helm from. We've got seats for the helm plus one, and we've got a little cup holder in the corner here, an extinguisher down there, plenty of leg room. And if we just take a look, I'll sit where the helm may be, and you can see we've got great visibility forward, we've got great visibility to the side, nice big windows, and also the cockpit tent has big windows as well. So we've got good all-round visibility in this boat, probably hindered only by the two pillars of the radar arcs there. So pretty good, I think. Okay, so that's the cockpit. So let's take a nice meander through to the companionway, just passing the cup holder thing here, and you can see we've got a nice plexiglass companionway which just slides back out of the way. I like that they go out of the way, and there's no flapping backwards and forwards, etc. In, away, and out of mind, out of sight. And then we've got the interior here, so I'll just pause for a quick look here. As you can see, the light bright theme continues down here. We've got the greys, we've got the lovely upholstery that matches up here as well, a couple of nice Sealine cushions looking really nice, and all set off by the darker tone of the flooring on the deck down below. Really lovely. So let's take a look, shall we? Here's a companionway. We've got a step over the lip here, which is really good, and then down 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, and we're in. And if I just turn round, we can see the companionway, nice and easy to get down. There's always something to hold on to here, and then once we're down here, we're into the main saloon. So what do we think? Well, I think it smells great down here. We've got lots of light coming in, although one of the windows is obscured by one of the fenders outside. That doesn't matter, but really lovely seating area on the starboard side. Plenty of room there for sleeping, probably for someone to... plenty of room for eating, probably room for one person to sleep as well. I'm not sure if it makes into a double or not, but the table certainly looks like it moves up and down, so we will find out and let you know. I should imagine we have some storage beneath the seats too, and we have storage above here and forward and aft too. On the after bulkhead, we've got a lovely, great big flat screen, well positioned for a bit of entertainment alongside. We've got heater controls, we've got the electrics panel up here, all nice and out of the way, but all really well. I didn't have any problem finding out where things were on this panel. It's just really well labelled and really well laid out, which I really like. Very good indeed. Turning around and looking down, you can see we've got dark wood flooring. We've got a huge storage area here beneath that. I won't lift it up one-handed, but plenty of room down there for bits and pieces. We often find big compartments down there. And if I just open this door, excuse the mess, we haven't quite emptied this place out yet, but this is the shower. It's Jack and Jill, so we can get in through this door from the forward cabin, or we can get in this door from the saloon. So wherever you're going in, you don't need to disturb the compartments, the occupants of the other compartment. And then in here, you can see the shower control down there. We can see the shower head just up here. Nice big shower room with an opening window as well, and a little shelf up there. So really, really useful. And once we've got the hoover out of there, etc., give it a wipe through, should be absolutely fine. Before we go into the forward cabin, we'll just look at the galley. There we go. So again, the greys, the whites, all carried throughout. A few bits and pieces to do in this galley. We've got, I think we have a missing stereo here, 1 or 2 items, but we've got good storage here. Storage, and more storage. Plenty of storage all the way around the boat. We have the cooker is nestled just under here. There we go. So we've got 3 rings underneath there. We've got more 240 volts everywhere. We have a microwave nestling in there, an opening window above the galley, which is great, and a double sink unit. There's another sink under here. So plenty of room for chopping the G&T cucumbers, plenty of room for cooking. And if somebody's working in this area, then there's still loads and loads of room for people to file past and get into the forward cabin or the aft cabin or the seating area without disturbing you, creating your amazing MasterChef attempt there. So moving forward, again, before we go into the forward cabin, here we go. We've got a nice head unit. So it's... it looks electric to me. It's facing starboard aft, which is fine. We've got a Jack and Jill door arrangement as well, so we can all go to the loo with nobody else knowing. And in here we've got pretty much what you'd expect. We've got mirrors up top. We have some shelving. We have an opening window, which is always great in this sort of compartment. And we have a really nice sink unit with I don't know if this is a replacement contemporary tap or not, but looks and feels great. It looks like this sort of rainwater or fountain type. I can't remember what they call it, but I think you know what I mean. Nice flooring as well. I think that looks like Altro, nice and modern. And you can see we've got a cupboard there too. So all really rather good. And as I mentioned, yes, we can all go in there without anybody else knowing. Lovely. So I mentioned the forward cabin a few times, so let's go and have a look. As you can see, we have got a lovely, great big double bed. It looks nice and wide. It looks nice and long. We have storage underneath too. We have carpet down here. We have carpet to port and starboard as well. Little step up either side. And generally we find ourselves on this kind of boat with a bit of a step up each side, and then we're in. So there's no climbing over the other person to get in. There's no scrambling over the end of the bed to get in. We can go around the side and roll in just a little bit like we would do at home. And either side we have a bit of storage here, and we have an opening window on either side. We have some storage up top as well. Mirror at the end, as you can see. And port is pretty much the same as starboard in that way, I believe. And if we just look up, you can see we've got this kind of feature glittery headlining here. I don't think that's original. And also we've got the forward hatch there, which will allow light and ventilation in, and if you really need to get out in a hurry, that will allow you to get out as well, hopefully. If I'll just turn around here, you can see we've got a lovely great big tall cupboard here, nice big hanging locker there. Let's close her up. If I close it, open this door here, this is a shower again. There's a better view of the shower head, and you could fit a shower curtain there if you wanted over the door area, so all good. And something to hang on to as well there, I think, if you wanted to. Great. And turning over to the port side, this is the other door into the heads. So you can see the door from the saloon, and we can see the door from here, so we can enter into there with this door here closed and do what we need to do in absolute secrecy. No problem. There's a view aft from the forward cabin or the bedroom, through the saloon up to the companionway, and you can see on the right hand side there, over here is the last compartment that we'll visit now, and this is the after cabin. Now usually on boats like this, they tend to be a bit of a cramped affair, but somehow Sealine have done really quite well here. So when we get in, we've got a small lobby here to change, etc. We have a nice hanging locker here, we've got drawers here, we've got a vanity unit here with a built-in sink, so you can needs a new mirror obviously, so you can use it as a sideboard for all your bits and pieces, or you could get washed in there if you like. Again, the grey, the contemporary feeling all the way through, you can see it come through to this area too. We have an opening window here, an opening window up there, an escape hatch or a ventilation hatch up there, and here we've got a nice long sofa, so you can sit there and talk, sit there and read, or somebody could feasibly sleep there too, alongside the occupants of one of the biggest beds I've ever seen on a boat. You can see we've got the cushioned bulkheads, a cushioned area up where your heads would be. Over on the far side, you can see we've got a heater inlet. You can see we've got shelves, etc. And I'm fairly sure that underneath this bed we will find storage and some other auxiliary equipment too. This mattress looks like it's probably an aftermarket affair. Looks nice and comfy. It's actually on top of another smaller mattress beneath, so somebody's taking care of the comfort here. And if you look in the photos, you will see a photo of the other side of this, which is a cockpit table, which is just stored down here out the way at the moment. So very nice, good sized compartment, and somewhere where we could spend a lot of time with no real compromises. So this has been Tim from Boatshed Yacht Brokers, just taking you for a good look around the cockpit and accommodation of the Sealine S37. Hope you've had an idea of the layout and what it's like to be on this boat. If you'd like any more information, just go to boatshedbrighton.com for lots more pictures, videos and virtual reality. Take care.